Hi everyone, Jan Fursdon here with Fursdon House. I was doing some, obviously, I have been doing some paper dyeing, and I wanted to share some tips with you. Many of you may already know this, have been doing it for ages, but some of you I thought may not know this, and I thought, well, I want to share and maybe make someone's life a little bit easier. First of all, I wanted to show you the rack that I use. I'm not one that likes to dry the paper in the oven. I don't like messing with the oven. I don't like messing up my kitchen because I do make a big mess. I'm a messy person. What can I say? And so I don't like doing this. I did try it, but it was like, no, this is just not for me. And I don't like being tied to the oven, watching for the paper to dry, pulling it out, putting it in. It ties up too much of my time. And I'd rather just put it on this rack and leave it. And so I got this rack. It's a laundry rack for drying clothes and things for those areas that you don't have a dryer. And it's designed to completely come apart very easily. The little rods just snap into the little places. And so it comes apart very easily. I'm going to show you the design. Now, I'm holding my phone. I'm going to try not to turn this all over creation back. But you can see the concept of it. This one, my husband, not I, but there was a bottom rung, and they were drying their stuff on it, their scuba diving stuff, and they broke it. But it'll take a lot of weight, but these were heavy, heavy things they were putting on it, and they weren't being that careful. So, but I still use it, and it's great. Like I said, it comes completely apart. It folds away to nothing. And what is particularly nice about it is that I put this old rug down here. You can see how it's very tea stained, but I put it down, and I might have some dribbles and stuff, around in here and in here, but I just wipe those up. Another thing I wanted to share with you is the number of pages that I put on the rack on the individual rungs. Now, when I first started doing this, I did one page at a time. I thought, well, that's what you're supposed to do. So now these are already dry. I did these yesterday, and I'm about to get started some more. But this is what I did. I had 1, 2, 3, and every rung only had 3 sheets of paper. And somewhere along the line, I saw a video or something where people were stacking them on, I think maybe it was Tracy Fox, and she was laying them on a long table, and she was stacking hers up, just kind of keeping them slightly, what's the word I want? Well, I'll show you in a minute. I can't think of the word right now. But I thought, well, I wonder if that will work for my rack here. So I started experimenting, and sure enough, what you do, or what I've done, 3, and then you just, well, first you drop the paper. And so when you do another wet one, you just put it here, and you put it there, and then the next one you would put here, so that you don't have them exactly lined up, and it works fabulous. And not only that, but instead of doing 3 sheets per row, I do 10 to 12 sheets per row. And once I get them all laying on there, I just walk off and leave it. I finished up yesterday, let's see, goodness, I think it was like by midday I had done this, and came in this morning. Everything is dry, ready to take off the rack. It was actually dry last night, and it really depends on how many you stack up. Obviously, the more you stack up, the longer it takes, but I don't have to worry about it. It's there, and it's drying on its own, and you can see that, yes, there's a curve here, but guess what? I'm going to curve it there anyway. So I was just amazed. I thought, oh my goodness, why didn't I learn this sooner? So that made me think, well, maybe someone else doesn't know this. So that's tip number 2, the rack itself, and then stacking them like that. And then the next thing I wanted to share with you is the paper. Now, I checked, and someone had told me that the majority of the paper that people use is 20-pound paper. I thought, okay, 20-pound paper, and I've been using that. But I had ordered a journal from someone, I forget now who, and it came in, and the paper just felt thicker. And I loved the quality of it, and I tend to do a lot of ephemera. a lot of ephemera. And sometimes my pages would split and tear, and I was like, ugh, irritant. But I heard about higher pound paper, and I thought, well, I knew there was better quality paper. I wasn't relating it to pounds and this and that and everything else. But I went to Walmart, and that's generally where I get my paper. It's just less expensive there. And I found this paper here, and you can see it's 28 pound. 300 sheets, 28 pounds instead of 20. They also had 24 pound, which I've also used. But this one is 28 pound, and I love it. It's thick, still manageable. It's not like cardstock or anything, but it almost reminds you of cardstock. As a matter of fact, last night I was being lazy, and I asked my granddaughter to go upstairs to the printer and load some cardstock in it, because I was being lazy and wanted to print it from my computer downstairs, my laptop. So I go up later on to get them off the printer, and it's like, it was this paper instead of regular cardstock. I said, Izzy, what's going on? Well, yeah, I checked, it was cardstock. She just glanced at it and kind of touched the top of it and stuff, and felt that it felt thicker, and so she thought it was cardstock. So like I said, it's not as thick as cardstock, but it's nice and thick and strong. So, but again, this is 28 pound. You can go to 24 pound, or you can use the 20 pound. I've used all different weights on the rack, and they all work just fine. A matter of fact, you can stack not only paper like this, you can stack envelopes, fabrics, trims, anything. You can stack them up. And I was so careful. I guess it's kind of like being a mother for the first time. You're so careful with the baby, and everything is perfect. And then you quickly realize, forget perfection, do it expedient and wise. And that's what I've done with this. So that's the other tip I want to share with you, is the difference in the weight of the paper. Here is my brew, if you will. I use instant coffee. I just find the cheapest brand I can, and I make it rather strong. It depends on the color of the paper you want. You can see this color, and this is fairly strong coffee. I don't mess with designs and stuff like that. If I want specialty designs on it, I usually I'm lazy and I purchase it. But because I haven't taught myself yet to put designs in it. But what I use is, just cheap coffee, and then I also add some vanilla, or imitation vanilla. Imitation vanilla is much, much less expensive than real vanilla, and you can get much more of it for like half the cost, well, even lower than half the cost. It's much, much cheaper. And I just put some vanilla in it and mix it up, and then from my big pot there that I keep just for this, I pour it into this container here, and then I take one sheet at a time out of here, get it wet, one side, and then I carefully switch to the other side, and then I drip it. And I do drip. I make a mess. Then I put it over here on the rack, and it dries, and it's just, it's so much nicer not to have to worry about that. So I'll come up with over 100 pages, and used to I would have like 30 or something like that. It's just yikes. It's amazing the difference. The smell is divine. These I did yesterday, and I had finished them by noon. And like I said, I had them stacked up about 10 to 12 pages per rung. I believe mostly they were dry by last night, but I didn't even mess with it until now. And again, your drying time is going to depend on, a lot of different factors. I keep it cool in here to cut down on costs as far as heating and stuff. So if it had been warmer, it would have dried faster. It just really depends on what you're working with. But I was just thrilled that you could actually stack them and it doesn't bother a thing. I was just like, yes. But when I came in this morning, oh my gosh, it smelled so good. It's like walking into Starbucks and you just take a nice deep whiff. But I didn't have the price of Starbucks. So I walked in, it was like, yum. And then my husband walks in, and it's like, oh man, I think I'll just stay out here. And so he was like, nice stuff. So anyway, I just wanted to share those tips with you. Is there anything else? Oh, yes, one more thing. I am amazed to tell you that I have over 950 subscribers. Totally blows my mind and humbles me, and I am just so surprised that Oops, my granddaughter just walked in, so she can turn around or get out of the. Come on, get out of the camera thing. I'm on camera, dear. Love you. She's like, what's going on? Anyway, um, oh yes, subscribers. I have over 950 subscribers. I just, it totally blows my mind that that's a possibility. I know there are many of you out there who have like 10,000 subscribers, 5,000, 20,000. And that just really blows my mind. But I thought, good heavens. So um, I'm hoping to hit 1,000 subscribers this year. And when I do, I'm going to have a giveaway. I'm looking for ideas of what you would like to have. So if you have an idea of what you would like to see as a giveaway, I will probably do 2 items, probably both journals, I'm assuming. I'm not really sure. At least one journal. I might do something else, but I'll make up my mind then. So if you have any friends that you think might be interested in subscribing to my channel, the sooner I get 1,000, the sooner I do the giveaway. And if they don't, that's fine too. Like I said, I'm just amazed that I have that many. I just think it's really neat. And so what else? I think that's it. Yes. As you can see, it's kind of dreary outside. This is Madison, Alabama, and today it was like 52, and right now it's heading down. We're supposed to get to about 29 tonight, and it's just late afternoon, about 4 o'clock, and the sun is gone, hidden behind the clouds, and it's looking kind of dreary now. So anyway, that's it for now. I hope you're having a blessed week. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.